Success is counted sweetest by those who ne'er succeed. To comprehend a nectar requires sorest need. Not one of all the purple host who took the flag today can tell the definition so clear of victory. As he defeated, dying, on whose forbidden ear the distant strains of triumph burst, agonized and clear. And on that note... Hey everyone, welcome to Funny Side Up. I'm Lisa, your host. Today I'll be cooking for your favorite poet, Emily Dickinson. Let's get to know her a little. Emily Dickinson was an American poet, born in Amherst, Massachusetts on December 10th, 1830. She is known for her eccentric and unique style of poetry. She's one of those classic genius artists who wasn't totally recognized until after they died. She was really influenced by the Bible and Shakespeare and also death because she was fascinated/terrified. So she just spent a lot of time writing poetry, which included themes like faith, immortality, nature, flowers. Speaking of nature and flowers, poetry wasn't Emily Dickinson's only love. She actually also really enjoyed baking and gardening. Roses are red, violets are blue, sugar is sweet, so is baking. She actually has a recipe for ginger cookies, and so we will be making a slightly adapted version of Emily Dickinson's own recipe for ginger cookies. Let's just get started. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. You also want to get 2 baking sheets and line them with parchment paper. So, get a bowl and a sifter. Into this bowl, we will combine 4 cups of flour. To this, we will add 1 whole tablespoon of ground ginger. Put that right in. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. 1 teaspoon of salt. And we'll just sift this. It's a mountain of flour, and we'll set it aside so that we can take a creaming butter ride. Here I've got 1 stick of unsalted butter, also known as a half cup of unsalted butter. We'll cream it with a mixer. Watch and learn. Oh my. Just like that, the butter is creamed. Now we will add a half a cup of heavy cream, which I've actually never done in cookie recipes before, so almost like cottage cheesy looking. I'm sure it's fine. Now we'll add the dry ingredients. Wow, this is about the driest mixture I've ever seen in my life. I hope when we add the sugar element, it will change, and I think it will, because what we're adding is honey and molasses. Now, Emily Dickinson's original recipe called for 1 cup of molasses, but I wanted to change it up a little bit to sort of reference and acknowledge a major theme in her poetry, which is nature. And I thought honey would be great because it will add an extra layer of flavor. There's a very famous poem of hers that says... So think about that while I do this. A half a cup of honey. A half a cup of molasses. Okay, so the last and final step is baking them. We will roll them into little balls, cover them in turbinado sugar, and then flatten them. Oh right, and the rolling in turbinado sugar part is something that Emily Dickinson didn't do, but I thought it would update the recipe a little bit. With Emily Dickinson. She's come by to try my honey ginger snaps. Actually, her honey ginger snaps. Let's welcome her to the show. Well, hello, Lisa. I'm such a fan of your poetry. I'm very pleased that you invited me here to be on the show. Let's just get right to the cookies. Why don't you give them a try? a sparkle in a cookie. Oh wait, it's ginger. I'll try it now, and will not linger. The molasses flavor is so strong and powerful. The texture is quite lovely. It is that of a board that you can eat, a board that brings you joy. I'm getting a bit nervous I don't like to really be around people too much. It's been a pleasure to have you here. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Ginger and molasses and honey. It's been a true joy. Well, that's the show, folks. I'll see you next week when we have a very special pumpkin-related episode. Make sure to visit thefunnyside.up.com and vote. See you later.